Check, 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 checking. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Checking. 1, 2, 3. Check, check, check. You should be hearing me there. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3.
Okay, apologies for the delay. We had some sound issues, but welcome to Hothouse 2. Coordinator for Broadcasting and Streaming Video, and Michael Bennett, and all the students who are here providing the live stream for tonight. So welcome to everyone online. That's why you do see wires here. So we're live streaming this while we're performing it for you, our live audience. You will meet all the writers as we go through each play. They will come down, in most cases, and introduce themselves. But I would like to introduce our actors. We have Abigail Gagnon. We have Grace Lister. We have Dawson Fleming. Lindsay Keane. Josh Lockhart, Odelia Caspi, Sarah Budzinski, Fern Marwood, Jacob Toussaint, and Grayson Quinlan. So we have a great cast for you this evening, and without further ado, we will get started, and I invite the first playwright to come down and introduce themselves and their play.
Reconstruction era Arizona, and it's a murder mystery. Two characters. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoy this play. Thank you so much for coming.
I invite up Dawson, who will be playing the soldier, and Josh, who will be reading Lone Angel. Lights up, orange on the streets of Tombstone, outside the Birdcage Theater. The background of the town is encased in shadows, illuminated by the sunset. A soldier runs out into the open, gun drawn.
I've been waiting for you, soldier.
Lone Angel walks into the middle of the streets, lights up on him, making him appear as a silhouette. The two men draw their guns, both Henry repeater rifles.
Who are you? Why did you kill that boy? And why did you kill that woman before him?
Soldier and Lone Angel walk opposite each other in a circle, guns at the ready. Soldier walks into the shadow. Lone Angel becomes visible wearing a tattered Confederate Army First Sergeant uniform and a makeshift mask.
So, a fancy rep, Sergeant. So you're just trying to settle a score?
I'm taking our country back.
From a child? From an old woman who would do laundry?
The Lord punishes all those who would breed violence in this land. Don't pretend you haven't wanted to do the things I've done.
Oh, go to hell. What makes you think I would ever wish to do what you've done?
Those two people were Apache. They're savages.
Soldier raises his rifle.
A child stealing from a store isn't a savage. Even if he were, it doesn't justify you murdering him in cold blood.
That's rich of you, you northern prick. Did you think about that when you gunned down all those people in Georgia?
He lowers his rifle.
Wait. That's what this is about?
Lone Angel lowers his rifle.
It's about what's happening in our country right now. You can't trust anybody. They're all out for your blood. The Indians, the blacks, the other white men. I'm fighting for the people who think they can attack us when we have nowhere else to go.
Nowhere else to go. Mister, we are forcing them out of their homes.
You think I don't know that? You think I wanted this? We negotiated a treaty with them so this wouldn't happen. You know what they did?
What you and your pals did is go back on your agreement and kill the chief's son. For what? Because he looked at your sister wrong and you said he raped her to cover your ass?
Don't go there, pal.
Wait. Is that true?
I said don't!
Lights dim, turn to purple. The sun is setting. Soldier puts his rifle on the ground. Both men are silent for a moment.
Was that true? Was your sister... Was that the reason you killed that man?
No, but someone else did.
So you killed a teenager because you thought he was the one?
No, but it makes sense, right?
What in God's name makes you think you can kill a person, a child, just based on what you think makes sense?
I've heard it from so many. Make a deal with anyone who ain't one of our kind, they stab you in the back.
Our kind? Didn't you just call me a northern prick? You and I are just as white as each other. Only difference is we fought on different sides.
You called me a reb, so don't go all preacher on me.
Lone Angel pulls back the hammer on his rifle.
Didn't you say you are doing this because God demands for this? Don't you think that God would ask you to consider what you're doing?
Well, did you think about that? I know your record. You were in Baltimore during those riots, right? Why did you shoot 4 other people there?
I was trying to protect my company from being murdered.
By people armed with what? Kitchen tools and mops?
You know that's not all they had. They killed unarmed people simply for voicing their support for us.
Soldier points at a scar under his eye.
Old man gave me this scar after hitting me with a whiskey bottle, which he was going to use to kill.
Didn't you think about what God would have wanted when you cut that man's throat with his own bottle? Did you think he had a wife? Or children?
Why did you know that man? Why? Did you know that man? How could you have ever known anything about that?
It doesn't matter. You murdered a man in cold blood for giving you a scar, and you continued to kill more throughout the war. And regarding those 2 animals who I've put down...
Shut your damn mouth. I regret what I did that day, but I had no choice.
And did you have a choice when you killed a bunch of Indians under Custer?
Back off before...
Before what? You kill me?
Lone Angel throws his rifle to the ground.
I'm not even pointing my weapon at you. This is my whole point. You were willing to call out what I've done when you've killed far many than I ever have.
We were at war. And an actual one, not what you're calling a fight for survival. You just lynch people for things that they didn't do to you, over a rape that may not even have happened. And you condemn me over the killing of a person you've never even met. Nothing you've done, nothing you've told me to justify what you've done even makes sense if you don't say if they were real or not.
And what if I did know them? What if my sister really was raped and took her own life? What if I did know that person from Pratt Street? You'd still not listen to me, because that's what you Rangers always do. You call yourself noble heroes? You're a lynch mob. You go around and kill people for money.
What if I didn't want to? You actually believe I think I'm some sort of hero? I know I'm going to hell just like you are. I haven't known any other kind of life other than killing people for 18 years. And I'm sick of it.
Lowers his pistol.
Now, is what you said to me true? If you did lose your sister and a friend of yours, then I am sorry about that. If I killed anyone you cared about during the war, I am so sorry. But you were in the wrong to use that as an excuse to kill people who weren't even involved. So why are you doing this?
Because I have nothing left!
Lone Angel falls to his knees.
Don't you understand? This isn't about revenge. This is because I have nothing to live for. Everyone I ever cared about who could have pulled me back from this is gone. Nobody has accepted me anywhere else. I kill those people because I need to. The thrill of it gives me something. I've known nothing other than this war. This is all I have.
Lone Angel looks down, pulls out his pistol. The soldier raises his.
I killed them because I knew you would follow. That we could finally meet and this could end.
Lights fade, then turn back up in a single spotlight representing the moon, which shines on them both.
Wait. Do you actually want me to kill you?
It's what you wanted, isn't it? Isn't that why you came here? To get some revenge for people you've never even met? Based on things others have told you?
Things that you admitted to. Why?
I need closure. One final good fight. Either I die or you do.
Two men stare at each other, each with their guns drawn. Music rises to anticipate the moment of the kill. Both the soldier and the Lone Angel have their fingers on the trigger, yet they slowly lower their guns. The soldier quietly puts down his gun and starts to walk backwards.
What? What are you doing?
I'm not going to kill you. I am just going to walk away.
No! It's you or me! You have to decide! Get back here, soldier! Get back and fight like a man! Come on!
Soldier keeps walking back, turns around, exits. Lone Angel looks at his gun. Fade to black, end of play. And playwright to introduce our next play.
Who has inspired me a lot throughout the years, and I hope by the end of this play you'll find it a bit more interesting too. Thank you so much for coming.
And Lindsay is reading Zelda Fitzgerald. Catherine is scrolling through her phone.
Get a load of this. So I'm casually strolling through the dark side of the net, minding my own business, and then bam! I stumble upon Zelda Fitzgerald. Now, I initially thought Zelda who? Turns out, she's not just a forgotten name, but a kindred spirit in this literary world. So I start digging, and Google's playing hide and seek with Zelda's pictures. Seriously? Okay, Wikipedia to the rescue again. Wife of F. Scott, yada yada, but hold up. She's not just some literary tag-along. This woman is a writer, a dancer, and credited with being the first American flapper. Talk about a revelation. I delve deeper into Zelda's world, a life as wild and unconventional as a jazz riff. Party enthusiast, norm challenger, and diagnosed with schizophrenia at the age of 27. Reading about that reaffirmed my belief that all writers need to be mentally unstable to make it to the top. And then, the kicker. Her musings on love and relationships. I, for one, would definitely want to read about that. Zelda, my newfound literary sister, spills the tea on love and relationships. Her quotes hit me like a ton of steel. I don't want to live. I want to love first and live incidentally. Holy literary mic drop. It's like she's taken the words right out of my own mouth. Do all women really think alike? Here I am, thinking I'm just a speck in the vastness of literary space, and lo and behold, Zelda gets me. She's got these pearls of wisdom that resonate like a modern-day echo. Nobody has ever measured, not even poets, how much the heart can hold. Oh, Zelda, I couldn't agree more. So I start daydreaming about the what-ifs. Like, what if Zelda Fitzgerald and I were born in the same era? I bet we would have been the best of friends. Her quotes about love and relationships are like the anthem of my existence. How did I not know about her sooner? All this time, Zelda's been chilling in the literary shadows, dropping truth bombs about love that deserve a standing ovation. Next time I find myself falling in love with someone, I'll definitely bring out the gospel of Zelda. I'll see who manages to break my heart while I'm swimming in a sea of Zelda's profound thoughts on love. But wait, such an inspiring woman, and there's no hype over her. I believe she would have been quite a riot to write about, but then again, I understand. How many times have we overlooked the musings of incredible women just because they weren't shouting from the literary mountaintop? All the quotes. Zelda Fitzgerald, the unsung love guru. Her thoughts on love and relationships deserve a front row seat in the class syllabus. We can't let these gems remain buried in the archives of forgotten wisdom. We should all be quoting Zelda. Her words about love, they're like an embrace, a reminder that our hearts can hold more than we dare to measure. It's time to make her quotes known. For Zelda, for all of us here in this room, and for the future. And we can start right now. Hey, I'm glad I caught you. Have you ever heard of Zelda Fitzgerald? Well, prepare to have your mind blown. So, you know how there's a movie in the book.
And I'll introduce the the next play is Two Orphans, The Lost Dream, written by Krishan DeLowry. And the actors come up for Two Orphans. We have Owen, played by Jacob, Alex, played by Odelia, Kyle, played by Grayson, to my right. A detention center. A young boy is passed out on the ground, chained. His clothes are raggedy, he's barefoot, and his face full of exhaustion and confusion. Another boy, the same age, looking just as defeated, is also chained and sleeping on the ground next to him. Alex uses his free hand to take out his earring, which he then uses to pick the lock in his chain. He accidentally wakes up Owen in the process.
Hello? Hello?
Shut up! Shut your stupid loud mouth.
He hits him.
Ow, what?
Alex frees himself, makes his attempt to escape, stops for a minute and looks back at Owen, reluctantly frees him.
Follow me and stay low.
We are in a field at night. Air raid siren goes off. The boys are seen sprinting through the dark. They come to rest beside a rock, out of breath, scared. They look at each other. Owen reaches out his hand.
Owen.
Alex.
Sirens are still going off in the distance.
We're gonna die.
We just have to keep running.
I have nowhere to go.
Where are your parents? What happened to them? Look at me. Keep running. Don't stop.
I'm scared. They're gonna find me. I can't go back.
Sound of gunshots startle them. They hide in a bush, wait for the guards to pass. Owen speeds off. Alex follows.
Where the hell are you going?
Far away from here as possible.
Stop. Here. Stop here.
Okay.
You hungry? Here. I found this in my pocket.
Owen takes a bite out of a very stale protein bar.
Sorry, I have no idea where that came from.
Owen finishes the bar.
No, thank you. I was so hungry.
So, who are your parents?
I don't know. I never met them, sadly. Born and raised an orphan.
Well, no one is born an orphan.
I am. Who are your parents?
Well, from what I remember, my dad was working for Gord Incorporated and I was taken from my parents. I just want to get back to them. I'm starting to lose memory of what happened.
My parents actually worked for Gord, too.
I thought you didn't know your parents.
Well, I'm ashamed, so I don't like talking about it. Especially when meeting someone new. And then that's the first question somebody asks before really getting to know you, you know?
Why are you ashamed?
Because of the work they do with Gord. Some people find it morally wrong. Do you not?
I think what he's doing, trying to make people have the same biological chemistry to stop unknown diseases from spreading, is a noble act and will save this world.
Even if it means killing a lot of people in the process? Giving everyone a vaccine will hurt and kill people, mainly the weak. And you're okay with that?
Look around you, Owen. This world is dying. People are dying. Pandemics are occurring once a year, getting worse and worse each time. What my dad is doing will save the human race.
What? Your dad?
I lied.
What do you mean?
Do you know Stephen Gord and Macy Gord? Well, those are actually my parents. Well, they were. I don't even know if they're alive anymore.
Owen jumps on Alex, trying to strangle him.
Stop! Owen! I'm in the same boat as you. My parents got taken away. I don't know what's going on. Stop!
He stops.
My parents were taken by yours.
No, well, I don't know. I don't know who did that, but...
Didn't the Russians come after your parents and take them hostage? We saw it on our TV.
Yeah, I am just on a mission to find my parents. The Russians probably took yours too.
I'm sorry. I just thought it was the Gords who took my parents. I didn't realize.
It's okay. So, do you really think your parents stole from my parents to give to the Russians? Honestly? Apparently the employees leaked the information?
Honestly, I could be killed for what I really think. How do you think I ended up here? I'm starting to lose memory of what happened too.
How did the Russians know where we lived then?
What? I don't know. Why are we losing our memories? I think we've been asleep for 1 week. I can tell by how stale the protein bar was. But I think...
Look, we both need each other now. Maybe we can piece up the story. It'll help us remember what happened.
Okay. From what I remember, the Gords treated my parents really well. I just have this vivid memory of them coming home from work laughing and smiling. All my memories are getting really fuzzy, but that one I do remember. They were happy.
So you don't think they did anything?
No. Someone planned it and made it seem like it was the employees. My parents, the employees, were all happy. From my memory, at least.
You sure?
My parents are the best people in the world. Kind-hearted, amazing people. They wouldn't do that to Stephen Gord, your dad.
Okay. I'm sorry for what happened.
The last thing I remember is 4 general guards breaking down our door, taking me away and holding my parents back as they were screaming. I know they're still out there, somewhere.
Owen gazes up at the moon.
Well, I'm gonna get some sleep.
Okay, I'm going to stay here for a bit.
Morning. The sirens are heard by both boys.
Alex! Alex, wake up!
What's going on?
We have to move, now! People are close.
They run, keeping low. Alex trips, and a guard hears this. The guard comes up to Alex and aims at him with his gun and a flashlight.
Alex!
The guard is about to shoot, but then walks away, saying nothing. Owen runs to Alex.
Oh my God, Alex, are you okay? What happened? Why didn't he shoot?
I don't know.
They start running, find themselves by the detention center again. Owen runs back to the cell.
Wait.
Owen goes back to their cell, frantically searching for something.
Come on, Owen, we don't have much time.
Where is it? It's not here, Alex. Alex, it's not here!
What are you looking for?
In my dream. I remember my bracelet I was wearing. My mom put it on me and I was getting taken away. It has a tracking device in it. Maybe I can find my parents.
Tracking bracelet?
Yes. Here, I found it.
Toss it to me quick and let's go.
Owen tosses Alex the bracelet. Owen grabs his hoodie. He looks up at Alex. Alex is standing outside the cell with the cell door locked on Owen.
Alex?
I'm sorry, Owen.
Alex, are you crazy? What are you doing? We're gonna get caught. This is not a game.
Owen, stop. Just stop.
Owen runs to the cell, trying to open it.
Alex, open this door.
It's over, Owen.
What's over? We're gonna get...
I was tasked to go through every single kid of every single employee to see what they know. Now that I have this, and I know all the information in your head, I no longer need you. I'm sorry.
Alex, you're my friend.
I need to save my parents just like you. I have to do this. I have no choice. You're always my favorite.
Alex! God damn it! Don't do this to me! No! My parents, no!
As Alex leaves the building, he looks back. We see multiple cages in a prison setting, and in each cage is a young boy like Owen. Owen continues to scream and beg. Alex whispers to himself.
Should have been you to end this all.
Detention center the next day. 2 young boys wake up from a sleep. They are chained with raggedy clothes.
Hello? Hello?
Shh! Shut up! Shut your stupid loud mouth.
Alex starts hitting him.
Ow, what?
Alex frees himself and makes his attempt to escape. He stops for a minute and looks back at the cellmate Kyle and frees him.
Follow me and stay low.
An air raid siren goes off. The boys are sprinting through the dark. They come to rest, out of breath. Scared, they look at each other. Kyle reaches out his hand.
Kyle.
Alex.
Fade to black, end of play. So our next playwright.
Hello, my name is Ella Pegging, and I wrote Paging Dr. Peters. This one is for my sister Sadie, for reasons that will not make sense to any of you, and that's okay.
Our actors are Dawson reading Bill, Fern is reading Cecily, Josh is reading Ronald, and Abigail is reading Alex. Lights up on a table with 3 chairs. Sitting down are Alex and Ronald. Cecily paces upstage, focused on papers in her hand. Alex and Ronald each have paperwork and pens in front of them. Alex nods at Cecily. Cecily opens a door and calls into it.
We're ready for the next person, please.
Enter Bill. He smiles and stretches out a hand for a handshake.
Hello, thank you for seeing me today. I'm William Phillips.
Hello, William. How are you?
Very well, thank you. I'm excited to show you what I can do.
Let's get started then. Cecily, the pages.
Cecily hands Bill a set of pages.
You're reading for the role of Dr. Peters today. Cecily will be reading Miss Walker's lines. Do you need anything before we start?
I don't see a character description. Is it in the stage directions somewhere?
No. The gist is you're playing Dr. Peters. He's about your age in class, and his background is similar to yours, but with more formal education, obviously. Does that help?
Yeah, sounds good. Thank you, sir.
They get into character and begin to read.
Hello, Doctor.
Miss Walker, thank you for coming in so promptly.
Well, I was told to come in immediately. The man on the phone said that my test results were in.
Yes, they are.
And?
I'm afraid it's bad news. Miss Walker, based on the biopsy reports, we've been able to diagnose you with stage 4 lung cancer.
Oh my God.
I understand this is a lot to take in. Please process this however you need to.
Oh, God. So what does this mean?
It means you have 3 to 5 years to live.
All right. Thank you. Very good. We'll be in touch.
Could I have you run that scene again?
Yeah?
From the line, I understand this is a lot to take in.
Absolutely. Yeah, yes, I can do that.
You're sure? Well, it's your call.
This time, I want to see you improvise something. There needs to be a connection between Miss Walker and Dr. Peters.
Got it.
Cecily, feel free to improvise. Don't make it too easy for him.
You got it, Doc.
They shift back into character.
I understand this is a lot to take in. Is there anything I can get you? A glass of water, maybe?
No, I don't. Oh, God.
Would you like a seat, Miss Walker?
I don't.
She sits. He takes a knee next to her.
However you need to process this is okay. Some people take time off work or visit family. Is there anyone I can call for you, Miss Walker?
I don't. What does this mean?
It means that your life is going to look a little different.
How?
The first thing I'd like to get you is a scan. We can track your progress. Once we know how far along you are, we can begin with medications to make you more comfortable. Is it okay that I don't know more specifics?
It's fine.
Keep going.
After that, we can talk about how to increase your length of life without taking away from the quality of it.
Am I going to die, Doctor?
We all will, Miss Walker.
No, too cold.
I'm afraid so, Miss Walker. But with the right combination of medication and lifestyle changes, it's very possible you could live up to 5 years more.
Better?
Is that supposed to make me happy? 5 years when I should get 50?
That's enough, thank you.
You told me not to take it easy on him.
Yeah, you did great. Now sit down. What do you think, Ron?
He has potential.
Of course, I'm willing to accept notes. If there's anything you suggest I change about my delivery, I can...
See that? He cares about people.
He's kissing our asses hoping for a buck.
What were you saying, William?
I was just saying that I would be happy to read again if you had any notes you wanted me to incorporate.
He's trying to show off.
He's trying to prove his worth.
He's people-pleasing. That's not the same as caring about people.
Well,
I care about people. Of course I care about people. But I do want this job. If the rates you laid out in the ad are accurate, it's very possible that getting this job will change my life, forever. People aren't just one thing. I can care about people and still care about myself.
he's very earnest. That is positive.
It's your call, Ronald. I'm just here to supervise.
Sorry if I could just interrupt. So you're saying you're looking for an actor to play a doctor, but I'm not sure if this is for like a movie or a series. Would I be able to get some information about that?
It's not for a movie or a series. It's for a hospital.
Cecily!
I'm not sure I understand.
Before anyone says another word, I'll need you to sign your privacy agreement.
She slides a piece of paper across the desk to Bill, who signs it.
You understand we have legal grounds for prosecution if any sensitive information from this meeting is released?
Yes, just tell me, what work would I be doing?
You'd be playing Dr. Peters.
Huh? Look, I just need to know what sort of work I'll be doing.
To be very blunt, you'll be doing this.
I'll be running lines at auditions.
You'll be diagnosing patients.
With what?
With whatever they have.
How am I supposed to know what they have?
Cecily, maybe you can explain more. You're already in the program after all.
Sure. My name is Cecily Smith, and I play Dr. Monica Sharp. If you get the job, you'd start by shadowing me at the hospital.
At a real hospital?
Yeah. I'm based in St. Agnes. Do you know it?
My mom's there right now.
Oh, well, it's great to have a personal connection. The way it works is I meet the patients and interact with them as Dr. Sharp. Well, the real Dr. Sharp is observing them, monitoring their vitals, and looking into their treatments and whatnot.
You're a fake doctor?
I'm an actor, just like you.
And that's all you do? You just talk to the patients?
Of course. That's what I'm there for.
But why do doctors need actors to interact with patients for them?
There are many different reasons. In this specific case, there was a issue with Dr. Peters and one of his patients. It was suggested that perhaps a hands-off approach would be the best solution for both parties.
What the hell happened?
It's not a loss. This will give me more time to focus on my job.
Interacting with patients is your job.
Healing patients is my job. Interacting with them is a chore.
You can't be serious. Interacting with... Sorry. You can't be serious. A chore? Really? Don't you care about people?
No,
Huh?
I don't. Why should I?
Why? Huh?
Dr. Peters is a sociopath. You've heard of sociopaths.
Yeah, everyone knows what a sociopath is. They can't... Well, they don't... You don't... They don't care about people.
If we're going to be simple about it, yes, I don't care about people.
But you're a doctor. That's arguably the career where it's most important to care about people.
Why do I need to care about people? I care about my stats, and it's worked for me so far. I've taken every recovery as a success. Every so-called impossible operation that I perform is a gold star on my record, and my record has many, many gold stars. Dealing with patients face-to-face is a hindrance.
That's where we come in. We can help the doctors by taking the burden of socialization off their hands, and we help the patients by providing a more compassionate figure to rely on. Not every doctor has great bedside manner, you know.
But you're lying to all these people. They put their trust in you to take care of them.
I do take care of them. I hear them. I see them. That's all most people want.
I think if they're at a hospital, they might want a little bit more than that.
It's not like we do any procedures. My contract states that I'm not even allowed in the OR after the patient is knocked out.
But what if someone has some sort of attack or starts spasming in front of me?
You'll always be under my surveillance, and I'll be telling you what to do.
What if I can't do anything? Will you step in?
No, that's an impossibility. Can you imagine the uproar if people found out they were being treated by actors?
That's my point exactly. I'm not a doctor. I'm not qualified to be a doctor. I mean, I don't think I'd be able to see even one patient before they figure out I'm a fraud.
Don't sell yourself short. You did well during your reading.
I'm not talking about my acting. I'm talking about patients knowing I'm an actor.
Well, come on. Don't be naive. It's not like we're amateurs. I think St. Agnes alone, we have about 7 contracted doctors.
8 now.
Is that so?
Doesn't anyone see how, pardon my language, how fucked this is?
It's a job. Haven't you ever taken any strange jobs before?
Okay, well, yeah, but...
You know what? It's better than a job. It's a career. As Dr. Monica Sharp, I'm making money I never imagined. I get treated with respect at my workplace, which I never thought would happen moving from one hopeless audition to another. And the patients connect with me in a way that's truly very special.
But if you're connecting with patients, how will you ever be able to find another job after this?
She won't, of course, just like you won't if you sign on.
I won't need to. Dr. Sharp takes care of me too, you see.
Okay, this is a lot to wrap my head around.
Consider it, Bill. I could see you making wonderful connections with my patients.
The 10K signing bonus also doesn't hurt.
So, what'll it be, kid? Ready for the role of a lifetime?
Fade to black, end of play. Our next play is Death of a Soldier by Raven Kuhn. Oswald, a soldier, is haunted. He is haunted by his role in war, the cycle to get pain, cause pain, and ask no questions. He's haunted, too, by a mysterious woman dressed in black and the power to take him away from it all, if only he can win her heart. Reading Death of a Soldier, we have Dawson as Oswald, Lindsay as Mace, Grayson as the commander, Sarah as the civilian, and Grace as Smith. Army camp on the woods, small. There's a tent with equipment lying around and a little heater. The commander sits and warms his hands. Enter Oswald, dragging the civilian.
Sir, we have a spy.
I regret nothing. You deserve what's coming to you after all you've done.
What do we do?
We move right away. As for him, there's not much we can do. Let him go today. He'll come back to us tomorrow. I trust you to do your job, Oswald.
Yes, sir.
Exit commander. Oswald throws the civilian down and points his rifle.
I don't want this any more than you do, and if I could stop it, I would. But this is war. I'm sorry it has to end this way.
No, wait. Come here first. Come closer.
What? What is it?
Come closer so I can spit in your face.
Why, you?
Enter Mace. She stands silent.
Wait. Behind you. Who's that woman?
I'm not falling for that one, soldier. I'm tired of your games. If you're gonna kill me, just kill me.
No. She's standing right there. She's telling me no. No to what? But to you? No to me? No to this savagery? I understand now. Go then, mister. Just go. Don't make me regret my decision.
You won't. I promise you won't. You'll be dead.
He attacks him.
Get back!
Rifle goes off. Mace seizes the civilian who slumps in her arms.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I didn't mean for this to happen.
You warned him, and I commend your mercy. Don't worry now, I'll take care of him.
Mace drapes the civilian with her cloak. He rises hand in hand with her.
Wait. Where are you going? You helped me, miss. I'm indebted to you. At least tell me your name.
I have many names, but they frighten most people to know. Just call me Mace.
You're beautiful. Okay, I apologize. I didn't mean to be so forward, but you're the most beautiful woman I've ever seen. Will I see you again?
You will, someday. Hopefully no time soon. And in a time not of violence, but peace. Peace and great growth. Wait for me until then.
She kisses his cheek. Exit Mace with the civilian.
Incredible.
Exit Oswald. Scene 2. In the forest, the commander stands guard. Oswald approaches.
I need to talk to you, Commander.
Now isn't the time.
I can't do this. Not anymore. I want out. I want to go home and forget any of this ever happened.
You can't run away from war. What would your colleagues think? Think of your wife and child. They'll ask you why you went back. They'll call you selfish and a coward, and you'll be remembered as so forever. If you leave here, Oswald, you'll be punished. I promise you that.
Punished? I'm punished enough as it is. Day to day, I get pain and cause pain. I don't know if I understand why.
Don't you love your country?
Yes.
Your family?
Of course. But
you either fight with them, for them, or against me. If you walk out now, I can only assume the worst. I'll have to kill you myself. But I'd like to avoid that. I'm losing enough men as it is.
A gunshot. Enter Smith, who falls to the ground.
God damn it. They found us sooner than I thought.
Smith! Is that Smith?
Enter Mace. She drops Smith, drapes Smith in her cloak, taking his hand. Smith rises.
That woman. Do you see her too? Back at the camp, and now here. She shows up so suddenly.
I'm not gonna look. You're not in your right mind. Take cover.
Exit Commander.
Oh my God. Mace, stop. That soldier's my friend. Why do you take them?
You mustn't cry. Where I'm from, he sleeps. He only sleeps.
There's no time for sleep. Where I'm from, there's no time for sleep. The soldiers, Mace. We can't lose more soldiers. Wake up, Smith. Wake up.
Leave me be. What's done is done.
Why? What do you mean? The Smith I know is...
No. Was. But you'll remember me, right?
Oh my God.
Goodbye. Be safe. And get even for me, will ya?
Mace leads Smith away. They exit.
Come back. Where are you? Come back.
Oswald pursues them. He exits. Scene 3. Oswald sits in the middle of the forest. Deep, dark night, and he is alone.
War never ends, and for it I have no wish to stay. This is not who I am. It's not what I believe in. Its horrors follow me in waking and sleep.
Enter Mace.
You, love. You seem so peaceful. Perhaps I could come with you, too. Just take my hand, and we'll run away together. They'll follow me anywhere but with you.
Oh. But what would your wife think? You'd leave her and your babe all alone with not a word.
I'll write to her first. I promise you. Our son won't ever have known me, so there'll be no one to miss. But you and I, Mace, our love would last for an eternity.
But we agreed. We agreed to give it time till you were older and wiser and made a name for yourself. I don't want a man with nothing, not any more than I would marry a child. You're not ready for eternity.
Damn you! Out of everyone in this world, it's you I thought would understand. Tell me, what do I have left if not for you?
Everything. Everyone. Oh, Oswald, if you want to impress me, fight for what you believe in.
You're cruel, Mace. So cruel. But you don't scare me as you do the others.
I never tried to.
You leave me no choice.
He seizes her.
Stop! I don't want you!
Enter Commander, rifle drawn.
Stop now! What is this? What's happening? You, woman, who are you? Remove the veil at once. I said now!
He tears the veil from her face and stumbles back in fear.
You... Oswald, do you have any idea what you've done? This is death! You've summoned death! Who's she come to take? You sent it for me, haven't you?
She came for me, Commander. Not you nor no one else.
You've gone against me. I should have stuck to my rules. I should have killed you the first time I expected disloyalty.
No one has to die, Commander.
Mace advances. Commander steps back.
Get away from me.
Don't touch her.
Stay away from me. Stay away.
He fumbles and shoots Mace.
Mace. Mace!
What is this? Death is as powerful as she thinks. She can't touch me.
But I can, you bastard.
They fight. Oswald falls wounded next to Mace.
I'll grant you your last wish. Your very last.
Please don't.
If I am to die, then Commander, you'll die with me.
He grabs Mace's cloak and lunges at the commander, wraps the cloak around them both, and they fall. Fade. Scene 4. The sun's rising. Mace also rises. She approaches the two soldiers on the ground.
There's no time for sleeping now, Oswald. Sit up. Sit up.
But I'm tired, Mace. So tired. Where am I? This isn't how I pictured heaven.
That's because it's not. Look at you, soldier. The cloak doesn't cover you completely. There's still time. Unless you really want to come with me.
And if I choose to stay behind?
War goes on. But the sun now is rising and... Isn't it beautiful? It's in its youth now, but it only grows brighter as it finds its place in the sky. When it sets and the moon and stars are out again, then you may sleep. For what a shame it would be to miss it.
You're right.
Or you can take my hand, love, if that's what you choose.
No, Mace. I said you're right. I'm no poet like you. But it is quite a sight. I feel it too. Do you? It's warm. It dries the dew on my jacket. I feel lighter. I never noticed before all the apple blossoms starting on the trees. God, I'd do anything for one of their fruits. In the stream. I'm so thirsty. Mace, I'm overwhelmed. It's everything all at once.
Then just look at the sunrise, Oswald. Just look at that.
Mace takes the hand of the commander, draped in the cloak. They exit.
I'm looking at it. And it's all I ever wanted.
Fade to black. End of play. And now we will take an intermission. There's lots of baking out there, and we'll be back. It'll be 10 minutes, so we'll be back at 25:02. Thank you.
folks. I'm John Kovash, not Quentin Tarantino. And this is my script entitled Immortals at Discourse. If you're into superheroes and a bit of philosophy, maybe you'll like this one. Take it away, guys.
Okay, great. So, Dawson is up as the prince. Abigail is up as Vusion. Fern is the moderator. Lights up on a long table. The Prince of Patriots and Vusion are seated on opposite ends of the table, the debate moderator off stage.
Ladies and gentlemen, unspecified genders, good evening. Tonight we shall witness a critical debate between candidates for the office of High World Peacekeeper. Tonight's debate will be within the general span of 10 minutes. We ask that the audience cheer as loudly as possible for their favorite candidate. Gentlemen, please state your names and life purposes. Candidate number 1, you may proceed.
Hello, my friends. To the world, I am the Prince of Patriots. But to my dear friends and family, I will forever be Mr. Rex Kebble. I have a personal name. It was a name my mother gifted me. It's a symbol of my humanity. My mother named me Rex. She taught me the new and improved values of America, one of absolute inclusivity and zero tolerance for dissent. I've been the chief of world peace for 10 years. In half a decade, we rebuilt and reconciled from the ashes of World War. The last war was a mark of our disagreement. I taught us that no matter the cost, we cannot let another disagreement manifest into war. The progress we've made since the armistice is a good sign. In a year, famine will be bygone. Domestic violence will be met with swift justice. We can coexist as though war never happened. If we continue under my leadership, this will be brought to reality. Our world will be perfect.
Proceed, candidate number 2.
Hello, I call myself Vusion. I abandoned my birth name long ago. Now I devote my life to the truth and justice, wherever it may take shape. My opponent, as magnificent as he is my friend, he's a damn fool.
What?
Now, let's keep this civil.
Don't you all see? Our chief confuses justice with zero tolerance.
Please save this for opening statements, Mr. Vusion. The Prince of Patriots has the stage.
We don't have time for debate. The latest incident in Sicily was appalling. There's no other word to describe it. A friend and fellow heroman, tectonic and gloriosity, need to face some form of consequence. The havoc that they caused over 5 square miles, all over a simple misunderstanding, is unacceptable. We can never let this happen again. It's clear that my opponent would rather take sides in these types of petty disputes, potentially at the cost of civilian life.
Here we go again, Prince. You're twisting the facts. I'm arguing for the right to a free and fair trial.
A fact that I'm immeasurably grateful for, and there's no one else here, ladies and gentlemen, who I would trust more with my life.
But,
my friend, I have to be frank about you running against me.
Oh?
We don't have to oppose each other. You don't even have to be in this race.
Wow. In that case, you'll run unopposed over my dead body.
Gentlemen, let's be adults here.
Of course.
Mr. Prince of Patriots.
In the last World War, 2 billion lives were lost. The casualties never chose to be collateral damage, let alone targets. Since there was no restraint on the crimes committed, I took it upon myself to instill good leadership.
Good leadership? Good as in threatening your critics for voicing other approaches to peace?
Oh, I don't get paid enough for this shit.
If re-elected, I will not let any nation under the sun get away with disputes or retaliation. Bringing swift justice to our fellow heroes will be top priority. Even this man can't disagree with the promise of peace. My proposal will be one of zero tolerance and pre-active measures.
Mr. Vusion, how do you respond?
Frankly, the Prince's proposals of pre-active measures appalls me. Mark my words, it won't be peaceful. Also, correct me if I'm wrong, but wasn't our original purpose to serve justice, not dominate politics?
While we're bickering in this debate, someone like extremist and wrist slayer cross countries unopposed. We're at a time where we need swift justice through absolute unity. or at least try that. We ended the Third World War. Now we're back to reigniting global division.
Prince, you and Heartlander ended the war. I was only cleaning up the mess you made. Folks, did you know that they're both to blame for the nuclear devastation in Jerusalem? They leveled it to the ground in the name of zero tolerance.
Fusion, please don't feed them misinformation.
Gentlemen, we must move on and address your view on world governments. Mr. Prince of Patriots, you're proposing to dissolve sovereign nations in favor of a singular world authority.
Yes.
But your opponent argues that you're, quote, playing God. How do you respond?
I'd respond by asking him as to what he'd rather have instead. Fusion, would you rather leave laypersons in charge of peace enforcement?
We're superheroes. That's what we're supposed to be doing. I help governments with damage control and pestilence. I can't physically do half of what his patriotness can do. So, I'll speak on behalf of everyone else. Look, folks, why would you give your keys to someone playing God?
Fusion, with respect, why are you saying this?
They should have the right to democracy, not you being a leader for life. Do you have any idea why our allies are so divided?
I don't care, as long as peace can be found.
Why can't you talk man to man with our colleagues for once? Our allies are in fighting because some of them are siding with me. The rest are defending your all-powerful ass. You've made some grave mistakes, my friend.
We'll never have peace unless everyone complies.
Hear that, folks? That's the sound of your freedom being stabbed.
Mr. Fusion, what do you propose instead?
I recommend that the glorious Prince of Patriots and the mighty Heartlander step down before it's too late. If and when I'm chief, I will abolish this office altogether. Let's give power back to the true paragons of justice.
You'll put us all into chaos. That's the last thing we need.
Says you. Your problem is that you've never known a time when you didn't overstep your authority. The result is you being out of touch with your own colleagues, Rex. Who appointed this guy to be the Prince of Patriots anyhow? Or did you appoint yourself, Rex?
Peace, fusion. There's no need for these personal attacks. All I want is for peace to be mandated. What more could we all want?
Gentlemen.
And how do you want peace to be mandated, Rex? Marital laws, execution?
Perhaps. If it means a woman can walk safely at night, so be it.
You'll make fair trials a thing of the past. Had there been no world war for you to be so self-righteous in, no one would have agreed to call you the Prince of Patriots.
Mr. Fusion, please.
Prison, cover-ups, the lie of a benevolent dictatorship? Is this you wanting to be a hero, Rex? All for her...
Enough!
The prince throws his fist into Fusion's gut. Sound of a woman screaming.
No, no, no! Security, cut the cameras! Everyone out!
Fusion falls to the floor, slowly crawls to the front.
No, I didn't mean to. Forgive me.
Look at me, Rex. Look at Jerusalem.
Fade to black, end of play. Thank you. And our next playwright.
Hi, I'm Jacob. And my play is The Ballad of Jimmy, so I hope you enjoy my silly little cowboy play.
So, actors up, we have Josh playing Lucky Jimmy. Jacob playing the sheriff. Grayson is Cowpoke Bob. Grace is townsperson. Odelia is Gordon the Snake. Light up in a dusty town. Just adjust the hats, boys, so we can see the face. Thank you. Various people milling about, dressed in old Western attire, enter Lucky Jim. As soon as he enters, a cacophony of the crowd dies down. Everyone except for Lucky Jim leaves, and the sheriff enters.
Howdy, Jimmy.
Howdy, Sheriff.
Hey, Jimmy, do you mind coming to the saloon with me to grab a drink?
Sure thing, Sheriff.
They enter the saloon.
All right, look. I got word that Cowpoke Bob was coming into town. and I wanted to warn you firsthand.
Why'd you want to warn me?
Well, you have a habit of getting yourself into situations.
Situations?
Well, you remember that kid's birthday party last week?
Yeah, I remember people laughing, screaming in joy.
Not quite. You decided to blow out the candles on the kid's cake, and you set fire to the entire house.
Oh!
Right. So if you see Cowpoke Bob, I'd recommend not speaking at all.
Enter Cowpoke Bob.
Where's the bartender?
He's out.
Who's the dummy beside you then?
Don't worry about it.
I'm not supposed to talk to you.
I beg your pardon?
I'm not supposed to talk to you. Mostly because apparently you get mad really easily.
Who told you that?
Myself.
So you're thinking you're smart, do you?
Sure.
Fine. You, me, duel. Outside. High noon.
Exit Cowpoke Bob. Stage darkens. Lights come up on Jimmy's standing center stage, preparing for the duel.
It's nearly high noon. Where is he?
Enter Cowpoke Bob. Stands opposite Jimmy in a dueling stance. Both men hover their hands over their side arms. Old Western dueling music plays.
This town ain't big enough for the two of us.
Well, this town's actually pretty large, all things considered, and they have a lovely saloon just down the road.
Shut up! It's your gum flapping that done got you into this situation, and it ain't gonna get you out of it.
Sorry.
Do you need a count?
Sure.
All right. At 10 paces, we turn and fire.
Both men walk to center stage, stand back to back.
1.
Take one step.
2, 3, 4.
Lucky Jim skips 3 steps. Bob turns around to look at him.
That ain't how it works. Now, look, how about we do a count of 3 paces then?
Fine by me. I like the number 3.
Return to their places, stand back to back.
Just let me do the counting, all right?
Yes, sir.
1.
Take one step.
2.
Take another step.
3.
Both Bob and Jimmy turn around, but Jimmy bends down to pick up a penny that he sees lying on the ground. A gunshot is heard, pinging noises as the bullet bounces off various surfaces. Bob turns his head to follow the trajectory of the bullet, and little it bounces back and hits him. He collapses to the ground.
Nice! Another penny! That's the 3rd one I've found today.
Stands up, sees Bob lying on the ground. Jimmy looks around and Bob drags himself off the stage.
Oh no, what happened?
Suddenly, the townspeople enter, cheering and congratulating Jimmy. Bob reappears as townsperson, dressed exactly the same with the addition of a mustache. Sheriff enters, shakes Jimmy's hand.
That's a fine deed you did for our town, Jimmy.
Yeah, I agree, Sheriff. It's me, nondescript townsperson who has no stakes in what just happened.
Thanks. I don't know what I did.
You took out Cowpoke Bob. He's been terrorizing the town as of late. So you taking him out saved us a whole lot of trouble. Best be careful, though. He was part of the Pew Pew gang.
The Pew Pew gang?
Yup, the most feared gang in this here county. He was the right-hand man of Gordon the Snake, the leader of the gang.
Gordon the Snake?
Yeah, it's a nickname he got for stabbing everyone he knew in the back in the metaphorical sense. But also on account of him literally being an actual snake.
Well, I'm sure I won't regret any of my actions in the near future.
Gunshots are heard and Gordon slithers in.
Oh no! The consequences of my actions!
Who killed Cowpoke Bob?
Man, word sure does spread quickly.
Were you the bastard who killed my right-hand man?
Frankly, sir, I think perhaps he accidentally shot himself.
Don't get smart with me. You're gonna pay for this.
Sheriff, can't you do anything?
Afraid not. They don't give us sheriffs any weapons. Most of my job is just for show. Somehow it keeps the town safe. This is just a water gun for the water gun fights we do on Thursdays.
Gordon pulls out a gun and hands it to the sheriff's. Holds it to the sheriff's head.
Listen, I'll be taking this here, Sheriff, unless you meet me at the Crooked Ruins in 2 days' time. I want revenge for Cowpoke Bob. You hear?
Gordon exits with the sheriff. Townsperson approaches Jimmy.
Jimmy, you gotta save the sheriff. Plus, I'm sick of working for Gordon anyway.
What was that?
Nothing. But still, go save the sheriff.
What?
You're the reason he got kidnapped. Plus, don't you remember the lore behind your friendship?
Oh, right, the lore.
Jimmy looks up as if reminiscing. Harp music begins playing, indicating a flashback.
Whoa, where did that harp come from?
Jimmy! Now's no time for exposition. You gotta save the sheriff. If anyone could do it, it's you. Lucky Jimmy, the man with impossibly good luck. So go save him!
Jimmy exits. Stage goes dark. Lights back up in a barren desert landscape. Jimmy comes back on with a broom between his legs, pretending he is riding a horse.
Hi-ya! Onwards, my trusty steed! Onward, Bertram!
He falls, trips.
Damn it! This horse sucks. I knew I shouldn't have bought my horse off of eBay. Guess I'm walking from here. Oh, finally, I made it to the fort.
Enter Gordon.
I see. You finally made it. You ready to face me like a man?
I mean, I would if you weren't a snake.
Whoa, dude, that's messed up. I've got 2 sources of trauma that I deal with, and you just hit one of them.
Oh, that's my bad. I didn't know.
Look, let's just forget about all this and duel. I feel like we're just going in circles.
Hey, all over in circles. Watch this. I can run real fast in circles and not even get dizzy. Boy, it's real hot out here. I wish I brought extra water.
Shakes out an empty water bottle.
Well, I guess desperate times call for desperate measures.
Jimmy begins unzipping his pants, turning his back to the audience. A water stream sound effect is heard. He is interrupted by Gordon.
Whoa, what the fuck? Really? I have pee-related trauma, and you're just there peeing into your bottle?
Oh, so sorry. I'll get rid of it.
Looks around frantically for a place to get rid of the bottle, decides to throw it. It flies through the air and smacks Gordon in the face, soaking him in pee. Gordon lets out a blood-curdling scream.
Ah! No! I'm melting!
Slumps to the ground. Sheriff walks on stage.
Well, I'll be darned. You saved this town again. Just for that, I'm promoting you to sheriff.
Takes off his badge, slips it out of his hand.
Oh, don't worry about that. I'll get it.
Jimmy goes to pick up the badge, but somehow slips on the badge, flailing before landing on the ground and dying on the spot.
Ah, shucks. There goes Jorts or whatever his name was. What a tragic tale or something. Guess our little town is going to go without a hero for a bit.
Lights dim as the sheriff drags Jimmy's body off stage, but not before the sheriff trips over Jimmy's body and dies. Fade to black, end of play. Okay, thank you. Fantastic. I'll invite our next playwright up.
Hello, I'm Jax. The play I wrote is Termination Notice, and it's essentially the worst thing that could ever happen if you got fired.
Anthony Hale will be played by Grayson and Danielle by Lindsay. Lights up in the office of Danielle, director of the intelligence agency. She sits at her desk looking through some papers. Enter Anthony Hale.
You wanted to see me, Director?
Yes, Mr. Hale, please have a seat.
He sits down across from her.
What's this about? A new mission?
Not quite. Mr. Hale, you have been an invaluable member of our team here at the intelligence agency, but Due to some recent changes within the organization, we have to cut down on our staff. We're going to have to let you go.
What?
I promise you, this is purely a budget issue. Your work here has been exemplary, and if I had any control over the situation, I would keep you on. You're one of our best spies.
You have got to be kidding me. I've given 20 years of my life to this place, and you're going to get rid of me just like that?
I'm afraid so, Mr. Hale. There's nothing I can do.
I can't believe this.
We just need you to sign some papers here, just standard stuff, and of course you'll need to get your affairs in order.
That's a funny way of telling me to clean out my desk.
Yes, you should do that too.
Then what did you mean by getting my affairs in order?
Oh, you don't know. Well, if you read the termination notice, you'll see the terms of your dismissal. Due to the sensitive nature of the information you have handled during your time here, the intelligence agency has the right to formally execute you upon resignation. It's all in the interest of keeping state secrets.
You can't. You can't be serious.
It's all in your contract.
I didn't read that. You offer a man a job as a goddamn super spy, and he'll sign the line without reading a word of what comes before it. I would have never agreed to this job if I knew it would happen.
Perhaps you will read through these forms a bit more carefully. Here is your execution request form.
I have to request my own execution?
The execution is already scheduled. You can request how you are executed, however. There are a few options, all of which will make look like accidents, of course. Would you prefer a bullet in the head or lethal injection?
Neither.
I see. You'd like to die by your own hand.
No! I don't want to die at all.
Well, I'm afraid that part is non-negotiable.
But I'm your best agent. You said so yourself. My tenure must mean something. Just last week, I defused 6 bombs at once.
Yes, that kitten rescue built into the side of an orphanage was very lucky you were there.
Exactly! And if you keep me on, just think of how many more orphan kittens I could save. I'll work 7 days a week. I'll even let you keep my vacation pay.
Tempting, but no.
You can't do this. I have a wife and kids.
No, you don't.
I could. In the future, I've got a lot of potential. Director, do you really want to deprive my future kids of a father?
That doesn't make sense.
I'll tell you what doesn't make sense. You dedicate 20 years of your godforsaken life to this agency, risking your life every day, putting up with all of your absurd inventions. Who puts a radio in a shoe? Only to have my bucket ticked the second it's convenient.
Okay, there's no need to raise your voice.
No need, no need. You're going to kill me.
Mr. Hale, I understand that this is a stressful time, but we are in a professional environment. I expect you to act accordingly.
Listen, Director. Daniel, we've known each other for a long time. And over the years, I'd like to think we've become close friends. Maybe even a little more than friends. I've been feeling this connection for a while now. I think we have something special. I mean, I'm young, attractive, muscular, and you're a strong, single woman in a position of power over me. It would be a shame to throw away such a beautiful relationship. Forget about that silly termination business. Surely we can make something work.
Mr. Hale.
Please, call me Anthony.
Mr. Hale, if you think you're the only person who's tried to seduce their way out of a death sentence, you are sorely mistaken. You have 2 weeks to get your affairs in order. I suggest you write your will, if you haven't already.
Hale throws himself at Daniel's feet.
Please, there has to be another option. I'll do anything. I'll fake my death, start a goat farm in New Zealand. You'll never hear from me again. I've always wanted a goat farm ever since I was a little boy. It was just a faraway dream then, but you can make it real, Director. You can bring a little boy's dream to life.
Mm-hmm.
No one will ever find me in New Zealand. People forget it exists all the time. I'd just be one of the locals. I do a really good accent. Welcome, traveler, to my humble goat farm. I certainly don't know any state secrets, that's for sure. Goat farms can be profitable too. Goat milk, goat cheese, goat fur. I could make a decent living. You wouldn't even need severance pay. No one would ever know I was a spy. Did you know that some goats play dead? They go stiff and fall over. They can't even control it. I could be your goat, Director. I'll play dead whenever you need to. Just please let me go.
Thank you, that's quite enough.
have so much to live for, so many hopes and dreams.
Goats, yes, I know.
Can't you make an exception?
Finance department was very clear. We'll organize a very nice funeral for you if that helps. What kind of flowers do you like?
Oh God.
Come on, Agent. You've faced death before. Every time you go on a mission, you're putting your life on the line. This will be just like that, your final mission.
Hale stands. He gathers up the forms on the desk.
Right. You're right. My final mission. I'll treat it like any other.
That's the spirit.
He suddenly throws the forms in Danielle's face. He pulls a pistol out of his jacket and sprints out the door.
You'll never take me alive!
She takes a walkie-talkie out of her desk drawer.
Security, we have a runner. Honestly, what I wouldn't do for a little professionalism around here.
She squints at the top of one of the forms.
This form calls for the termination of one Agent Dale. Not Hale. Oh dear. Oh dear. OHR is going to have a field day with this. I could lose my job. And that would mean no. Oh, we can't have that. Oh.
She gathers the papers and dumps them in a recycling bin.
Thank you, Mr. Hale, for never reading a single form in your short, short life. May you rest in peace knowing you saved the life of one last damsel in distress.
She takes the recycling bin and exits. Fade to black. End of play. Thank you. So I welcome our last playwright of the evening to the stage.
Hi, folks. My name's Rob. Thank you for being here, all of you. We really appreciate your support. And thanks again to Broadcast and Performing Arts. Couldn't do this without you, so cheers to all of you. My play is called Last Bus. We're going a little dark again after 2 comedies, so get ready for that. If you've ever taken the old 95 bus at 3 a.m., maybe you too have had this fever dream. I hope you enjoy. Thank you.
So welcome to the stage Dawson as the busman, Abigail as the passenger, and Sarah as the child. Lights up on a city bus. The busman sits in the driver's seat, smokes a pipe. A passenger enters and stands in front of the bus.
Well,
Pardon me?
getting on?
I'm sorry, where am I? I seem to have gotten myself lost. Oh, that's embarrassing. Will this bus take me back into the city? I need to go see my daughter. I'm terribly late. She's been waiting for me for so long now.
It could. It certainly could. We won't know for sure until you get on. It's always a surprise.
A surprise? You're the driver. How can it be a surprise where we're going? Surely you must have some idea.
Wherever we're going, it won't take long. You get all your answers you want, along with some that you don't. But by the end, everything will make sense. All you have to do is take a seat and relax.
I don't understand, but it looks like we're in the middle of nowhere, so... All right, but please, I'm already late. I can't keep her waiting anymore.
Passenger steps on the bus.
Oh, dear. I'm afraid I don't have any change.
No, that's quite all right. It's already paid. It's all right here on your ticket.
My ticket? But I don't have a ticket.
Oh, everybody has a ticket, whether they know it or not. You never know when it's time to cash in. Don't worry. Everything's been taken care of. Please take a seat and make yourself comfortable. And let me know when you're settled in.
She sits.
You know, they used to have boats.
Pardon me?
They used to give us boats. It was all boats and rivers. And it was decided by the proper authorities that the most liminal form of transportation is, in fact, crosstown bus. Imagine that, progress. And you had to hope your family could pay your way across. Now it was all quite standardized, you see. We were all thrilled you invented bureaucracy. You all sit back there, miss?
Yes, I suppose.
All right. Off we go.
Who are you, anyway? What is this?
No time to explain. First stop, remembrance. This one's always fun. It's my favorite, I think. You get to know someone quite quickly. No judgment, I promise. Here we are. Go ahead and take a look at the window. What do you see?
That can't be. That's my house I grew up in, and that's That's not possible. That's my mother. She's sitting on the front step. She's got a little pair of shoes in her hands. Those can't be my shoes. But they look just like them, my first pair of shoes. Yes, I remember now.
And?
And the front door is opening, and there's a little girl.
That's right.
That little girl is me. I'm sitting down beside my mother on the step, and she's fitting those little shoes around my feet. I can't believe it. It's been so long since I've seen her, and oh, she looks so young. I never realized as a girl how beautiful my mother was.
Yes, very good.
Everything's changing now. I see a schoolyard I used to play in. I see my friends, my oldest friends. It's been so long. Oh, but there's that nasty boy who used to pick on us. What a rotten child. I wonder whatever happened to him.
Politics.
What's that?
You went into politics.
Look, we've moved again. Now this is a good memory.
Is this Woodstock? You were at Woodstock?
Everybody was at Woodstock. Look, there's Abby Hoffman. You know, I met my... Oh, there he is. Exactly like I remember, all covered in dirt in the sunrise. The only day he was ever more handsome was on our wedding day. Now I see all the days we spent together. Those years when we were young, those innocent years so full of hope. Look at us, hand in hand, whispering about all the things we wanted to do with our lives, all the things we never ended up doing. Oh, I miss him so much.
I'm sure you'll see him again soon, miss.
It's all going by so fast now.
Oh, yes, it speeds up. It keeps going and going.
The years just fall off the calendar, don't they? But look here, we're pausing again.
Must be something important.
Yes, it is. There's never been a more important day. The day my daughter was born. The three of us all together, and everything's perfect. Everything's just perfect right here. Time standing still for a moment. Everything is okay. Everything is going to be okay.
Oh, dear.
No, it's all speeding up again. Where's she going? It's so blurry. I see the days of the childhood rushing past and disappearing. Her first day of school. Why can't I see her face? Why won't it all stop moving? She's in middle school now. No, that's high school. Oh, my darling, my precious girl. I can't stand to watch.
You can't stand to watch what?
I always tried to tell her that was the wrong crowd to get involved with. Oh, just look at her, dressed in all black like that. Whose funeral does she think she's at? And to think, detention, my little girl. There we are. In the principal's office, I was humiliated. Marijuana, can you imagine? I could barely show my face at church.
Not what you expected out of parenthood.
We did our best, certainly. She always had 4 walls, 3 meals, 2 shoes, and a roof. But apparently that wasn't enough, so she had to go running around with delinquents. What happened to ballet, the theater? She would have made a wonderful actress, you know. I could have seen her on Broadway.
Your daughter sounds very independent.
Too independent, if you ask me. Oh, I remember this. I don't know if I want to see this.
What's happening now?
I just found a letter under her bed. It's an acceptance letter. It's from Berkeley, and it's dated from weeks before. Why on earth would she hide it from me? I suppose now I know. I know that when she moves to California, she's never coming back. I know that when I call her down to the kitchen, it's the last conversation she has with her father before he passes, and it's not a happy one. Everything's getting blurry again.
Are you all right, miss?
She's already grown up, there and gone like a heartbeat. She's gone and I'm alone. I'm all on my own. It keeps getting faster. I can't see her anymore. Where's it going? No, please, slow down, please.
Here we go.
Did you say something?
It's nothing. Don't panic, miss. I see we're heading for the next stop. Just stay in your seat, please, and whatever you do, don't leave the bus.
What's the next stop?
It's called repentance. Just a little turbulence, that's all. Please stay in your seat, remain calm, and keep describing what you see out there.
The child enters. approaching and standing outside the bus. Sounds of a rainstorm.
It's dark out there now, and it started to rain. I can hardly see a thing. But wait, yes, I see something. There's a figure standing there in the fog. She must be freezing out there, poor thing. Oh, can't we let her in?
Oh, no, absolutely not.
No, I recognize her. No.
Who is it?
It's my daughter. Please, you have to let her in.
Where were you?
She's saying something, but I can't hear her. Speak up! Louder now!
You never wanted to hear me.
Please, open the door. I need to see her.
I'm afraid it's too late, miss.
Why pretend like you care? Why now? You should have started 40 years ago.
She's gonna freeze to death. Please, open the door.
I'm sorry, miss. It's too late now.
All you had to do was see me. All you had to do was listen. Where were you? Why did my words not matter to you? Was I too much for you? Do you think of me as a failure, or do you think of yourself as a failure? And me a doleful reminder?
Let me out!
You've got to face it. There's no going back. There's no fixing things. Not now. I know it's hard. But just think of it as a learning opportunity. A teachable moment, if you will. It's important that you see this for the next time around.
The next time around? What does that mean? No, I'm getting off this bus right now.
Passenger stands, moves to leave the bus.
Please sit down. You can't go out there. You'll never return. You'll be trapped in limbo forever.
I don't care. I need to see her. I need to tell her. Oh, God, I've been so awful. What kind of mother have I been?
Miss, please.
Can you not face your judgment, Mother? Will you hide now, too? Will you shut your eyes and cover your ears to what stands before you? You could never change.
Last warning.
What can you possibly offer to make amends? Too little, too late. You know this. You have always known this. You can't hide from it any longer. The truth is now laid bare before you. You have lost your chance. You had every opportunity to apologize. Now you must bear it for eternity.
Oh, to hell with you!
She steps off the bus. The child runs off and exits.
Come back. No, come back. I'm sorry, darling. I'm sorry. Please forgive me.
Passenger goes after the child and exits.
That's it then. Another lost soul. Well, nobody listens to old Chiron anymore. Just a silly old bus driver. That's all I've become. Absolutely thankless.
Fade to black. End of play.
The actors up together.